watercolor paintings and realizing just how amazing of a human she was. Of course, I knew how wonderful she was as my mom, whose role was my #1 fan, my supporter, my everything, but I didn't realize just how inspirational, talented, and remarkable she actually was. She was scary smart. She had an artist's brain that was so unique that blows my mind at the things she created, which came through in her writings, her paintings, her birds, her wardrobe. The conversations she and Peter would have at the dinner table were way over my head. I didn't understand anything they were talking about, but that's just how smart the two of them were. So at her memorial today, we wanted to give you all a booklet from a watercolor journal she created in September of 1974 for her good friend Chris, and surround you with her beautiful mind. Her Christmas bird paintings, her favorite flowers, violets and lily of the valley, to remind us of her beautiful mind and spirit. I'm so lucky that she was my mom. As a mom, she was our rock and the person who held our family together during our childhood. She was the person we could count on. Our house was a stable, loving, and cozy home full of her treasured things. She loved her knickknacks. Somehow, she figured out how to feed 3 kids, provide a loving home, allowing us to fulfill our interests while being a single mother with not a lot of financial support. I know it was a struggle, but she did it for us. And I do know one thing, if it wasn't for her, I don't know where any of us would be. She sacrificed everything for us, and I am forever grateful to her. Mimi loved her grandkids. When I started having babies, she came to Atlanta every 2 months for 9 years because she wanted to make sure my kids knew their Mimi. And in return they did, and they absolutely adore her. She painted murals in both of their rooms. She sat with me in my room while I was crying and hormonal with Breck after I came home from the hospital and told me I wasn't nuts. She came every year for Halloween to Atlanta to dress up and trick-or-treat with the kids, and continued that tradition when we moved back to Minnesota. My neighbor said to me the other day, "I've never met an adult so excited about Halloween before." It was true. My mom just always showed up for us. My kids could count on her just like I could. In February, when walking started to become difficult for my mom, she still made it to Breck's basketball tournament and watched him win the championship. I knew it was really hard for her to get there, but she still made it, looking beautiful and put together with her red lipstick on. My mom told me she wanted to stick around to meet her 5th grandchild, her namesake Mary. Baby Mary was a beautiful gift that brought my mom and our family some joy during those difficult last few months. As much as I wish she could be here to watch Mary grow up, I'm grateful she got to meet her. Breck told me the morning after she passed away, "Don't cry, Mom. Mimi lives on in baby Mary." Smart kid. My mom was a creature of habit, and her favorite place to be was at home, unless she was in Paris. She watched anything on Turner Classic Movies and anything with Cary Grant, and watched the same movies over and over on repeat. The Godfather, When Harry Met Sally, Coming to America, and The American President. She drove the same little white car her whole life. She loved popcorn, corn on the cob, strawberry shortcake, and French fries. And you can have strawberry shortcake crepe today if you like. Okay. She read the same books over and over like her movies, and the last few months of her life, we read the Little House on the Prairie books to her. She instilled her love of travel and adventure in me, and we took trips together to France, Washington, D.C., New York City, and Denmark. Last November, my mom and I went on one last trip together to Key West, where we drove in a convertible, put the top down through the keys, and listened to her favorite music. I will treasure that trip for the rest of my life. Over the past few months, as her condition declined, my brothers and I spent almost every day with her, trying to provide her comfort and love, as she always did for us. I told her that it was a testament to how wonderful of a mother she was. Because of the unconditional love and support she showed us, we were there for her when she needed us the most. I remember her telling me after my grandma Jenny died, her mom, that she can't imagine a life without her mom, and now I understand. My heart is broken and shattered. It just seems impossible that she's gone. I didn't want to talk about ALS today and give it any attention, but it is a cruel and awful disease that no one should have to endure. I will never forgive ALS for stealing my mom from me too soon. In spite of ALS, I will try every day to make her proud and keep her spirit and memory alive with my children so they know how absolutely unique and amazing she was. My mom had countless friends and people who loved and respected her, everyone here. And over the past few months, as my mom's health declined, her special people showed up with meals, dog walks, and financial support that allowed my mom to stay at home where she wanted to be. So thanks, everyone.